Hello everyone, myself JVN Dr. Khushbu Verma. Here I am going to present presentation on a topic synthetic seeds, introduction and controlling factors. First of all, we will come to the introduction. Among the innovative techniques of micropropagation, the concept of somatic embryogenesis with synthetic seed production or artificial technology is very promising. Synthetic seed is referred to as encapsulated somatic embryos by hydrogel, which functionally mimics seeds and can develop into seedling under suitable conditions. Such seeds are encapsulated by protective gel like calcium alginate against microbes and desiccation. This is the picture of synthetic seed. Now we will discuss about the difference between the natural seed and synthetic seed. So in natural seeds, there are hard seed coat present, no seed coat, only encapsulated. In synthetic seeds, if we talk about the natural seeds, their embryos are much protected within cotyledons or endosperm, but in case of synthetic seeds, embryos are not protected within any kind of maternal tissue. In case of natural seeds, embryos undergo controlled desiccation by the maternal tissue and have a natural dormancy period. But in case of synthetic seed, embryos do not pass through any kind of desiccation and they do not have any dormancy period. So we can say that synthetic seeds have this advantage. And in case of natural seeds, the natural seeds have their own storage reserves like endosperms or cotyledons to provide food during the germination process. But in case of synthetic seeds, the artificial seeds do not have any their own storage tissues, and the nutrients or growth regulators can be supplied within the encapsulating material. Now we will come to the procedure of making synthetic seeds. So first of all, establish the somatic embryogenesis. Then mature somatic embryos will be isolated and synchronize and singulate the somatic embryos. After that, mass production of somatic embryos, and after that we will standardize the encapsulation process, and after that we will standardize the artificial endosperm. Then we will standardize the mass production of synthetic seeds, and after that we will transfer them to the greenhouse and we will do the field planting. This is the overview of procedure of making synthetic seeds. Here we can see that first of all we will isolate the callus. They will have the somatic embryos. We will isolate the somatic embryos from the callus, and after that isolated embryoids we will mix with the 0.5 to 5% of sodium alginate solution. After that we will take it into the dropper and we will release them drop by drop into the 300 to 1000 millimole calcium nitrate solution, and we will encapsulate the embryos in this solution, because in this encapsulation they will have the calcium alginate solution. After the encapsulation of embryo, we can use them as in plant tissue culture technique, and we can transfer them to the greenhouse trial. First of all, we will discuss about the plant growth chamber. We will transfer these encapsulated embryos to the MS medium, and we will test the embryo to plant conservation, and we will check the viability of the encapsulated embryos. And after the checking of viability of synthetic seeds, we will transfer them to the planting in the plot. And in the second process, we will directly encapsulated embryo, we will transfer them to the beads of vermiculite. After that, we will check the germination rate in that, and after the germination, we will transfer them to the pot that will have the soil. This is the same second procedure. This is the storage and use of synthetic seed. So first of all, we can make the encapsulated seeds, and after that we can use them in 4 terms. First of all, we will go for the long term storage. There in the long term storage we will do the encapsulation, dehydration and vertification, and after that we will pack into them into the cryo tubes, and after that we can use them in the ultra cooling and storage of the samples into the liquid nitrogen. And when we will have to use them, we will directly transfer them from the liquid nitrogen to the direct storage, regrowth into the in vitro, and after that we can regrowth into the plantlets. Then And the second procedure we can do for the short term storage. In this case, we will pack these encapsulated seeds into the tubes for storage, and we can exchange them, we can transport them, and when we will want to use them, we can transfer them into the MS media, and after that we can go for the greenhouse. And third in case, we can directly use them in vitro condition, and in fourth we will direct regrowth them into the ex vitro and regrowth to the complete plantlets in ex vitro, and after that we will transfer them to the field. Now we will come to the types of making encapsulation methods. First is the dropping procedure. In this procedure, the most useful encapsulation, this is the most useful encapsulation system. In this type, we will drip the 2 to 3% sodium alginate drops from at the tip of the funnel, and the somatic embryos are inserted. In the second step, we will keep the encapsulated embryos complex in calcium salt for 20 minutes, and after that we will rinse the capsules in water and then stored in a airtight container. Second method is automatic encapsulation process. This is the quick method of artificial seed production. In this case, first of all, alginate solution with the embryo is fed from supply tank, and in next process, alginate capsules are planted into the speeding trays using a vacuum seeder. And in third case, in third step, the capsules are planted in the field using a Stanley planter. And in last step, a hydrophobic coating is required for the mechanical handling. This is the synthetic seed production and plant conservation. In the first column, these are the in vitro propagals for encapsulation, and these are the examples of the crops. In case of papaya, brinjal, mango, carrot, sandalwood, brassica, alfalfa and celery, we will use the somatic embryos for the encapsulation. In vitis, citrus and pineapple, we will use the axillary bud or adventitious bud, and in case of banana, cardamom, apple and kiwi fruit, we will use the shoot tip for the making of synthetic seed. This is the chemical composition of encapsulation for synthetic seed. First of all, we will talk about the gel in concentration in weight by volume. First of all, in case of sodium alginate, we will use the 0.5 to 5% along with the calcium salt with the 30 to 100 micromole concentration. In case of sodium alginate with gelatin, we will use the calcium chloride, and carrageenan along with the potassium chloride, ammonium chloride, and locust bean gum will also use with the potassium chloride, aluminum chloride. And in case of gel-rite, we will not use any complexing agent. This is the basically concept of the artificial seed. This is the structure, or this is the diagram of the synthetic seed. Here we can see the somatic embryo which is encapsulated in the artificial seed coat, and this artificial seed coat will have the artificial embryo. And this is the picture of basically synthetic seed of Ceropegia bulbosa. Now come to the potential uses of the synthetic seed. First of all, in some plants it requires a long term to reach at reproductive phase and seed production. In this case, the synthetic seeds can be helpful to get the propagate in a short period. And second use is generally the reproduction phase in the plant is a season dependent. In this case, the somatic embryos and the synthetic seeds can be produced at any time as required. In third potential use, in case of natural seeds, there is a particular dormancy period, but in artificial seeds there is no dormancy period. Next is the artificial seeds can be helpful where there is no successful seed production after sexual hybridization. The somatic embryos can be obtained from somatic hybrids obtained through the protoplast fusion. Last potential use is artificial seeds are helpful in case of meiotically unstable genotypes where the normal seed set is of low frequency. In case where the embryo germination is difficult, artificial seeds can provide the beneficial adjacent and growth promising seed substances, plant nutrients, and through the artificial seed coat. Next, in genetic manipulation of crop plants, the production of artificial seed may be useful. For somatic hybrid plant production through protoplast culture and fusion, the artificial seed technology is helpful. In the production of genetically modified GM crops through transgenesis, the synthetic seed production may be applied. and in general synthetic seed technology is useful for rapid easiest way of non-conventional method of propagation in crop plants.